sure this is off. There we go. Boom. And we are live. Hopefully it sounds okay. I don't have my mic. So this is just off of my phone. But yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Just got off work. We're doing the damn thing. Sorry if it's a little shaky. That should be alright. That should be okay. Again, let's make sure everything sounds okay. Not on my computer, so can't post anything right this second. Wait for some people to get in here, and yeah, yep. Some underrated fights on this card next weekend. PFLs this week as well. Impa Kasunganai is fighting, coming off his first round TKO loss. It was like 52 seconds in or something like that. Very strange game plan he had in that matchup. I don't really understand it, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. To be honest. And he had a ton of momentum. I'm surprised he chose to fight like that, honestly. Little odd to me. Again, we got Bilal Muhammad, JDM coming up soon. That fight is really intriguing. We also got Gilbert Burns, Morales. God, can't remember his first name right now. Yikes. Did you watch the JRE with Ilya Taporia podcast? No, I have not watched it. Yeah, no. I seen Joe talking about Dana, and that if it wasn't for Dana, he wouldn't still be there. Or if and when Dana leaves, he'll leave as well. So, what's up, Potion Nation? What's up? Tozy, hi. What's going on? Smack that like button. I'd really appreciate you guys. No, I am interested to check that out for sure. Oh yeah, I also seen Taporia said he weighed at like 175, 180. Interesting. I mean, sure. Ilya said he's gonna wait for Islam to accept. Okay. I mean that could be good, could be bad. Because what if Islam never really accepts? Also, people saying Islam is ducking Ilya, I think is absolutely ridiculous. He's the champion in the division. Whether the champion from the division below is coming up to fight you, I mean, no. No, that's not how that works. He has a whole bunch of other contenders he could be worrying about. Taporia, until I'm okay with Islam saying Ilya needed to fight an opponent before he fights him. I'm okay with that. I get it. We don't know how he's going to fight in 155. He had the Jai Herbert fight, which he did get hurt really, really badly. Obviously won it. One of the nastiest KOs I've ever seen in my life. But we don't really know. So, I think Gaethje, he smokes. Fasiv could be interesting, but I think he beats. The only guys I think could give him challenges, I think Patty would give him a challenge. I think Armin would. I think and Islam would. Okay, appreciate you. Duck Dynasty? Okay. All right. Came in clutch. What's going on, MPD? What's going on? Doing a live while my wife is getting ready to cook, make some dinner. You big Patty, am I right? Goddamn right. You goddamn right. and I wanted Chandler to win. Yeah. What's up, Ryan? I think Paddy versus Ilya is not only a huge fight, but it's actually a good matchup. 100%. What's going on with you, bro? So, not too much, man. Just got off work, worn out, and want to talk about fights for a little while. For about an hour until my dinner's done. I think people sleep on Paddy too much. Dude is good and huge for 55. I I don't think it's a thing where people are doubting him or underestimating him. I think it's people see the holes. So it's kind of like when you're watching a movie and you know the backstory and you're waiting for the ball to drop. It's kind of like that because we see the talent with Patty, we see the evolution in his game and the confidence, absolutely. But there's still that glaring hole. Now, is he getting better right now of covering up that hole? Yeah, but there's still that hole. So it's like, oh, is it going to be this one? Is it going to be this one? I think that's the problem. Patty didn't even look that good. Chandler had so much moments. There were so many openings. I thought Patty looked awesome. I thought he looked dominant. I think his stand-up is a little wonky, and that's the issue. I thought when he got Chandler to commit, Patty did a really good job of drawing that out and countering him. He did a really good job. And when he got him to the ground, he looked good. So, do you need your hair done? No. Is this an ama? I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. In comparison to Charles versus Chandler fight, Patty looked really good. Yeah. Also, people are downing Charles for that performance. He dominated Chandler with very good grappling technique. Yes, he didn't finish him, but you have to remember, you want to watch Charles finish Chandler, watch the first one. And Charles took no damage. It's a clean performance from Charles. Obviously, he took damage in the fifth when he got hurt. Yes, but I get the game plan. Hey, you're better than him. Go dominate him, and he did that, and got caught a couple times, sure. But I think that performance from Charles was, why fight Chandler where Chandler is good? Why do that? Also, Chandler, a guy is close to the end when the thing that have kept you in these exciting fights, when even though you're not having success, like you're not winning, you change that, it's almost over because Chandler's not even fighting the way he used to. And at least then it was entertaining. Charles' fight wasn't that entertaining. Patty fight wasn't that entertaining from Chandler. I don't know. Like, where was the Chandler that would have blistered in and slept anyone who gave that many openings? That's exactly what I'm talking about, MPD. Exactly. Even the guy that fought, Dustin, the guy that fought Justin, the guy that, all of these fights where his explosiveness and his reckless, even the fights he was losing, he was winning damn near every first round, besides the Tony fight, and he still KO'd Tony. He got dropped twice in that first round with Tony, but with Justin, it was 1-1 going to the third, and Chandler decided to show how tough he was, even though we all know how tough he was. Took bombs from Justin. Still kept going. But that was a very winnable fight for Charles. Same with Dustin. Had Dustin hurt, got reckless, and then got submitted as the fight got on because his cardio got, his gas thing got shown how not great it is. And his lack of defense when he's tired isn't great. So, it's one of those things like you live by the sword and you buy the sword. He's at the point, it seems to be, where he's like, I'm going to try to be measured because I don't want to get tired because then bad things happen. Sure, but you've had so much success, even in fights you've lost, when you go for it. I just don't understand that logic. I don't know. I think Chandler needs to fight Bobby Green, or Chandler versus Jim Miller would be okay with me. Oh my goodness. Bobby Green, Jim Miller, Michael Chandler, those guys would be crazy. That'd be crazy. I don't want to see Chandler versus Jim Miller. That worries me. I love Jim Miller. I don't even want to think about Jim getting hurt like that. I don't even want to think about that. But Bobby Green Chandler would be really, really fun. That'd be like a Drew Dober moment for Bobby Green again, maybe. And another fight where Bobby was beating up Drew Dober. Yeah, exactly, MPD. I'm a man. I am a dude. Does Green have the worst chin right now in the UFC? No. No. I would say Paul Craig has the worst chin. No. Absolutely not. Shanna Ross is cut. Yeah. I would say Paul Craig has an awful chin. Um, what is it? What is it? I can't, yeah. Tristan, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know what that is. Stinky. Hey, sup? Trying to think who else has a bad chin. CJ Vergara, but he just got cut as well, I believe. Doesn't have a great chin. Oh, Matt Schnell. He has a dog shit chin. Matt Schnell. Absolutely. Don't be down on my boy Bobby Green, MPD. Come on, man. Also, he's fighting killers right now. Killers. And like the Drew Dober fight, he was winning. He was beating the shit out of Drew. You know, the Ruffy fight's kind of like, what are you gonna do? That's not great. Yo, can we see a little shadow boxing? Not a fucking chance. That's just not, that's weird. Not doing that. Absolutely not. Yeah, if you guys don't mind, please slap that like button. It helps so much. Absolutely not like that, Max. We're talking about fights. What's up, man, from UK? 4 a.m., my man. Shout out to the UK, my G. Shout out to the UK. 4 a.m. Appreciate you, buddy. It's 11 p.m. here for me, so I appreciate you. Just talking about fights. You know how it is. You know what it is. I have no idea. I don't think I've ever bench pressed. I have so much other shit to do over the bench pressing, so no idea. Mason, what's up, buddy? What up? What up? Condit is the GOAT. Hell yeah. Let's go, Condit. Oh, yeah. I don't think Peyton Tyler losing against Ronnie Barcelos, I don't think that really changes his trajectory. I mean, he fought a veteran. He fought a very good dude. I think that his potential is, yeah, he can still be a contender. Yeah, absolutely. Butterbean? Sure. We need Taporia Islam? Yes. Thanks, my people from Pennsylvania. What do you think, Caleb Plant? You think he's ready for Terrence? Absolutely not. I think Terrence Crawford would beat the shit out of Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant's a good fighter, but I think Terrence Crawford is the best in the world. Cerrone comeback? I hope soon. I saw they booked Bahamondes versus Fiziev. I really wanted to see Bahamondes versus Ruffy and Fiziev versus Hooker. I agree. I don't like that matchup for Fiziev. Anthony Smith is fucked. I hope so. Is there Amish in your state? Yes. Yes, there is. Carlos KO? Yes. Sorry, not Kayla. Meant Boots Ennis, my man. I think. I don't think that fight would be entertaining for casuals, but I think for people who know boxing and watch boxing, I think that fight would be a lot of fun. Um, I still like Crawford, but Boots is a real challenge. Besides Canelo, I think that's the hardest challenge for Crawford. Ignacio is really good. It is really good. His KO of Manuel Torres, yeah, that was nasty. So only got to be against Howland or Wonderboy, but hear me out. Cowboy versus Colby. Oh, I'd love that. Cowboy would beat the shit out of Colby. Dober needs timeout. Yes. or Cowboy Chiesa. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. I like that. I don't want to see Wonderboy because Wonderboy was lighting Joaquin Buckley up like a Christmas tree before he got caught. So I don't want to see him fight Wonderboy. Holland would be fun, but he has sneaky power, and that worries me with Cowboy. Just how about this? How about this? Jim Miller, Donald Cerrone, three, three. That's it. That's all I need. And then Cowboy versus Bobby Green. They got beef. That's it. Just give me that, please. I'm good. I'm easy. When did you get into MMA, and do you train any martial arts? No, I do not have the time to train. I did have an amateur fight years ago at this point. I did do that. When did I get into it? Probably about 2005, 2006, somewhere around there. Roy Big Country. Hell yeah, he was awesome for a minute. Yeah, that's my opinion. I think Colby is irrelevant. You see that shit backstage with Patty trying his best to be in the spotlight. Yeah. Yeah. Colby coming. It seems desperate at this point. It seems desperate. He's yeah. I don't think he was ever all that great, but I thought he put in a performance of a lifetime against Kamaru the first time. I actually had Colby winning that fight. So, but yeah. Mark Hunt best chin. Yes. Brock Lesnar was that dude. Eh. I'm a little bit more fond of him now that I'm older, but I don't think he was anything like Hall of Fame worthy. But he was good. Only LJ? Sup? Thoughts on Kane in prison? Bullshit. Kobe got smashed by Buckley, and I was smiling ear to ear. I don't even know what that is, Gazer. Frank Mir was awesome. Love Frank Mir. Love Frank Mir. Such a fan of Frank Mir. Yo, Chase, what's up, buddy? What's up? I did not get no notification. Oh, fuck. What's going on, Chase? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Frank and Lesnar had beef? Yeah, they did. Brock fucked Frank up? Yeah. Made me sad. What did you think about the Leon Edwards fights? I called it to a T. Called it. I think Leon Edwards is one of the most overrated champions I can even think of. And, yeah, not great. You don't watch the Champions League? No. Shane Carwin smashed Frank? Yes, he did. And Shane Carwin had a fucked up back in that one. Patty versus Dan Hooker next. It's tough because Dan's in a weird spot. Should be, but Patty might get a higher opponent. Patty versus Armin the Sausage, that'd be awesome. Picking Leon against Brady is such a casual pick. Correct. GSP GOAT later, but I got nothing on that. GSP is incredible. You think Patty should get the title shot? No. Verna is very good. Yep, that's why I picked her. I thought she would have success with the grappling. I didn't think she'd have that much success. Hell yeah. They were ready to drop him, even though he was winning and unbeaten until he started with his ego. Who are we talking about, Kyle? Oh yeah, correct. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he lost a lot after that knockout and the TKO against Colby. He didn't even look that great against Tyron Woodley. Oh, Armin boy, yeah. Verna, Jones is better than Pussy ass GSP. Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with the GSP, but who wins Islam Bilal? Islam, because he actually finishes fights. Colby. Yeah, I got you, friend Kyle. Sorry about that. Anderson Silva was the best. There's an argument. Forrest went too crazy in their gym. Yeah. And people that don't know, when Forrest fought Anderson, he had been KO'd twice in training. So when he goes in there and he fights Silva, and it seems like he's just falling all over the place, it's because he was compromised. Brady versus Shavkat should happen. I like that fight. I like Shavkat in that one. Front kick Vitor. Yep. Forrest was getting brutalized in the gym. Yeah. Too tough for his own good. He did have a great fight against Rich Franklin back in the day. Really fun fight. I really like that matchup. I believe he even dropped Rich with a head kick. Yeah, I believe he dropped him with a head kick. It was fun. Brady is such a gorilla. Yes, he is. Forrest train hard. Yeah. What state do you to from it day to time here? What, Kyle? Yes, smash that like button. I really appreciate you. Brady's everything Colby was supposed to be. Yeah, correct. Gene Silva, let's go, Silva. Forrest leg kick the fuck out of Rampage. Yeah, did get caught with a nasty uppercut by Rampage. It was nasty. Hey, dude, you look fantastic. Your wife has to be a lucky woman. All right, appreciate you, Ryan. I'm the lucky one. Yes. Hello. I really like the Gene Silver versus Aljo. I don't know. I don't know. Aljo's good, and he's an awkward, striker offensively and defensively. He's awkward. That might be a tough one for Silva. Gene will sleep Volk. I don't know about that yet. Or Pitbull versus Aljo. That's not bad. I like Pitbull versus Ige. Hello, brother. Evilov. Silva versus Evilov. That's fun. Mobzar versus Volk soon. Okay. Thoughts on Taporia, Islam, DDP, Hamza, KKF, Pantoja? I mean, I don't hate him. I don't hate him. It's the fights that should happen. I wish it was somebody else for Pantoja, but yeah. My bad. What state you from, and is it daytime there? Oh, I got you, Kyle. No, it's 11 o'clock at night. Bryce sucks. Yeah, Bryce sucks. Mavzar gonna beat Volk? No. International Fight Week? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, Ryan. Yes. Yeah. Those I would assume will be the fights, yes. And Jones Aspinall. Marab has the most intense gas tank. It's so tough because there is damn near no damage coming from Marab, but he's like a Tasmanian devil. But there's no damage. It's weird. I have a coworker that looks and speaks just like Valentina Shevchenko. It is so weird. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, your Diego's the real beef fight. Yes. Sean will put damage. Sean will put damage. Oh yeah, correct. Yes, he will. Yo, the auditor, what up, buddy? Hope you're doing well, man. Tristan, what are you doing? No, I'm telling you. Around that time, it's going to be announced. They're not going to fight in International Fight Week, but it's going to be announced at International Fight Week. Gary getting slept? Yes. And you talking about new fights. What about Rampage era? Those overhead slams were unreal. Oh, yeah. Rampage's slams were nasty. Nasty. It's crazy because Rampage was on Rogan's podcast, and he was talking about how Ricardo Arona, the guy he slammed, he was getting mad about something Arona was doing, and that's why he picked him up and slammed him. I think he said he was like digging in his eyes, or they were headbutting. He was doing something to Rampage, and it pissed Rampage off, and he slammed him. Crazy. Trices beats Chimaev. Yes, he does. Jones is playing Mental Warfare. Yes. Arona was legit. Yeah, until then. Arona was a hard kicker. Yep. Yeah, he was being dirty. Yep. And Rampage got pissed at him. Arona upkicked him. Oh, okay. That's what it was. Yeah, Jones' head games are old. I'll take it. I'll take it. Why have they absolutely stacked the fudge out of 317 cards? Literally 10 times better than UFC 300. I think a lot of that is just right time. Right time, right place, right time, that type of stuff. 300 just fell at a weird time. Couldn't get, the fights they wanted and stuff. Jones brutalized Stipe? Yes. Yes, sir. Does Volk fight Movzar next? I don't know because does Mavzar deserve it? Possibly, but I thought Aljo beat him in his fight. In their fight, I thought Aljo won. He's not necessarily a convincing guy. I wouldn't be surprised if they gave Yair the shot, even though I don't think he deserves it. But Stipe was way past his prime. Yes, he was. Junior Rosa versus Bryce next. I like that. Gene Silva versus Brian Ortega. Ooh, okay, okay. You think Dryces beats Hamzat? Yes, I do. Aaron Pico versus Arnold Allen International Fight Week. I'd rather see Aaron Pico fight somebody like, oh man, somebody like, mm, somebody like Jakar Close, someone who's tough, durable. See him fight somebody like he can't go top five. So you're like, God, Hooker, Gamrot, Dawson, somebody like that. Your opinion on Aspinall and Jones? Truthfully, am from London, and Aspinall rings bells, but Jones is something else. Who you got? Well, I have Jones. I think Aspinall is good, of course. I think he's fast, he's powerful, but we know nothing about his ground game. We know nothing about his wrestling defense. There's nothing there. Now, sure, you can say, well, he's not getting, he doesn't have to do it because he's knocking everybody out. Sure, but I don't think you're knocking out Jones. And if you do, congrats, but we still don't know about your ground game. I would prefer to watch him fight Almeida or Gan or, somebody with some wrestling credentials or some weird striking like Derek Lewis. Just because I don't know how he does in a crazy firefight, not with a guy that's just going to stand there and wing punches. Grappling is ideal because that's what John's going to do. He's going to grapple Tom. That's what he's going to do. So that's what I want to see from him. And I think John wins. Yo, Elite, what's going on, buddy? Mobzar is jacked. Yeah, Costa Kopilov going to be insane. If it happens, Jakar is at 155. Yo, yep. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Where do you think Volk reigns all time after beating Diego? Shit. I mean, you probably go John. Yeah, you probably go John, Islam, Volk. You can't put Volk over Islam because Islam's beaten him twice. So, Dryce is his cross between a bull and a lion. Yeah, he is. Pico versus Gene. That's fun. Jones, easy money. I don't think easy, but yeah. Ooh, there you go, Tristan. Aaron Pico versus Yusuf Zalal. I love that. Yeah, me too. I think Jones will play with him. Yeah. And again, if Jones plays too much with the striking with Aspinall, then he could get knocked out. I mean, that's the truth. But if history tells us anything, if he feels like there's a threat or somebody has an advantage somewhere, he might test his striking later in the fight when time's worn down a little bit, but he's going to wrestle him. That's what he's going to do. He's going to leg kick the shit out of his legs. He's going to keep his body, and when Tom Aspinall overthrows or gets out of position, John's going to get a hold of him. That's what he's going to do. If you do put John out cold, congrats. Yeah, congrats. Where is Jalton Almeida? Yeah. Yeah. Dominic Reyes is back. Yes, he is. Dogman, I was 3 out of 5. What do you mean? Focus featherweight GOAT. I don't know. Because Aldo still has 8. I grew up watching Aldo be dominant. I don't have Volk past that yet. To me, I still feel Aldo is the greatest featherweight of all time. Now, that doesn't mean Volk can't pass him because he's almost there. But right now, I think Aldo still is. You think John versus Tom actually happens? I don't. Yes, it does. I think it'll get announced at International Fight Week. It looks like Usman versus Buckley is in the works. I like it. Jones is a big bag of tricks. There will never be anyone ever again. Aspinall is just another Francis one trick pony. Jones will figure him out at the first minute. The problem with Aspinall, the downside for him is John studies him more than anybody he'll ever fight again. That's what John does. He will break him down. Again, can you catch him? Maybe. If you don't, I think you're going to have an issue. Roundtree versus Kevin. Kevin. Roundtree versus Jamal Hill. That's fun. Buckley. Oh, you're talking about Usman Buckley. Okay. I like that fight if it happens. I like it. What's wrong with Kevin Iole? I'm confused. I am confused. I met Connor not long ago, and he looks about 200 pounds. You're right. Alderson is and was in the best in his weight division. Yeah, correct. Again, Flo can pass him, but yeah, I miss the old UFC. Like what? Because I I love the stories with the now fighters. I think it can be a little oversaturated for some people because there's so many cards and there's so many like that, but it gives people like me that like talking about it have consistent things to talk about. I have the ability to watch these fighters and watch their story grow or them dwindle away and sometimes come back. Not often, but sometimes. Which Kevin will Roundtree fight? Yeah. Also was the best division. It's this phone. Sorry. No, also was the best in the division. You're correct, Kyle. Yes, he was. Tree versus Hill. Who you betting on? Tree. Absolutely Tree. Also, Overeem got me back into UFC at UFC 141. Overeem was a monster. And people also forget he was the first guy to KO JDS, which is crazy if you think about it. Crazy. Just crazy. I always find that nuts. Again, I do have a membership area. You can click join when you go to the channel on YouTube. I think the lowest is like $4.99. Gift and memberships, all those things. I do have that. The more members I can get, the more things I can do strictly and only for those guys. So if that sounds like something that'd be cool, I could do live streams just for you guys. We could go over fights, study with you guys. You guys will get a lot of backstage videos and behind the scenes, that type of stuff. So yeah, let me know. Steroid Overeem was unbeatable. Oh, agreed. Badhari Overeem had wars. Yep. Another guy that was crazy scary was Belfort. He's probably the scariest TRT guy. Probably the scariest because, he had this, experience as an older fighter, but he had the body of a 28 year old. So he had all this information, and then his body allowed him to perform it. He never thrown a wheel kick, and he knocks out Luke Rockhold was one. Unbelievable. How did Pitbull eat that right kick from Yair? Pretty crazy. TRT Vitor Luke's face off. Yep. Blinded Bisping. Yep. He is the reason why Bisping has one eye. Correct. And then they had the audacity to give him a title shot when they took him off TRT. Why couldn't you just give us the TRT Vitor champion? Why? We need a big Hamzat fight. Who you want him to fight next? He made light work of his last 3 fights, and Belfort on TRT was amazing until there was none. TRT, you're right. He was a menace. Definitely did make light work in his last 3. I thought the Usman fight was very close. He is very lucky it was a 3 round fight, not a 5 round fight. Um, did good against Howland, even though he fake touched him, which is a little bit of a bitch move. But he made light work of Whitaker. So congrats on that. And I want to see him fight Dryces because I don't think he's going to bully Dryces. How do you think Usman and Magomedov versus Ilya goes? I think it's tough because I think Ilya would he may be down on the scorecards, he may be down on rounds, but I think it's a matter of time before he's able to touch Umar, and I think he finishes Umar or Usman. Sorry, Usman is what I meant. Usman. Usman. Yeah, yeah. People forget that fight happened, and it was a close one. It was a close one. And what could have been. And I'm sorry, it was almost Jared Cannonier, but he tore his freaking ACL or Achilles, whatever the hell it was, and we were robbed of Jared Cannonier and Hamzat Chimaev. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That fight could have been incredible, incredible. Oh shit! Yeah. Ooh man. I thought Gilbert Burns beat him in their fight, personally. My opinion. Making sure there's that. Also, waiting and hoping Benil gets booked for a fight. I hope he fights Grant Dawson. I love that matchup. I think it's such a fun possible matchup. Yeah, I really, really like that matchup. Make sure. Oh yeah, and then like I said, oh yeah, this upcoming card for next week's stacked. Besides the first fight with Chelsea Chandler, ooh. That would have been a different type of fight. You're right. It might have shown us if he's ready for the title shot at shot at the title. Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, yes. Does anyone know if this is, dude? I don't even know what you're talking about. Did I miss something? I don't know why you keep saying it. Trust that. When's the socks coming off? Never. I keep my socks right on my feet. I don't ever take them off. Never. Are you kidding me? Yuck. Oh, fuck. Nice to meet you, buddy. Appreciate you. Just talking about the UFC. MMA, really. Like I said, Impa Kasanganay is fighting this weekend at the PFL. Oh, the UFC just signed, oh my goodness, the guy that just knocked out Logan Sterling? No, Logan, knocked out the rest of what's his name? 22-5. Crazy knockout power. Oh my goodness. Uh, they did sign Pico, but there's another guy. There's another guy knocked out Logan Sterling. Um, oh, he's a menace. Michael Abu, I like that one. Islam or Ilya? Islam. Tossing the BJ Penn situation. Sad. It's just sad. Um, the Jared fight with Hamzat fight was a what what a was in the. I'm confused on what that is. Pico, yeah. Have you seen many people get knocked out in front of you? No. No. I always see those fights come across like my YouTube or Twitter, and they're like they get KO'd, and then the people hit them a couple more times. Every time it happens, I'm like, please stop, please stop, please stop, please stop, because it's just like, and no one stops it. It's like, please just stop it, and also get out of the fucking road, get off the sidewalk, go in the grass at least. Ugh. Which fighter do you think gets too much hate? Ooh. Who's too hated? Oh man. Too much hate. I would say Chandler, because in every about 80% of his fights are entertaining, and people shit on him like, yeah, he's lost, but all of his fights are competitive. Maybe not so much these last two, but yeah. Michelle Pereira, Abu Magomedov. I think Michelle Pereira is going to come out with a vengeance, getting absolutely embarrassed in his last matchup. So, you think Ilya is ready for 55? I think Islam is too strong, just my opinion. Um, yeah. I don't necessarily know if he's too strong, but I just think he flows a little bit better than Ilya does. And I don't mean with the striking, I mean striking to wrestling, wrestling to striking. I just think he flows a little bit better. Chandler went from the biggest showman to public enemy number one. Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah. He's the only guy that I see a lot of people hating on. Um, I was gonna say Mitchell, Bryce Mitchell, just to have just to raleigh some fucking feathers. But no, that guy sucks. So that was just a joke. That fucking guy. Jesus. It's a great question though, Robert. Ian Gary gets a lot of crap. I like Hun personally as a fighter. Um, yeah, as a fighter, he's fine. I think he gets a lot of hate because he talks real big, and he hasn't really looked great in his last couple. I think that's what a lot of it is. Did you do the same thing as Chandler did with your? Huh? More money flowing in on Gary? Not shocking. What, Tristan? I have no idea what that means. Just watch an interview with Ilya, and he says he's going to beat Islam at just own game and carry him to Khabib and dance him. That's crazy. Kobe is also getting hate, but well deserved. He's just cringe as fuck. Also, yeah, and also hasn't fought well in a long time. Ian Gary's girl will watch. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Chandler just had another kid. Yes, yes, he did. His first actual like without adoption, which no disrespect, it's whatever. You know, it's still the same thing. Yeah, he absolutely will. No, he didn't adopt Bobby Green. That's a fucking awful thing to say. Awful. Because I think he has 3 kids, and one of them was his DNA. Nice beard. Appreciate you. Will you grow your family like Chandler too? I already have 3 kids. So if I could have more, if we could have more, yes, absolutely. Been a fan of MMA for about 4 years now, watching every fight weekend. I just hope this doesn't turn into WWE. All these fighters calling for undeserving title shots. I definitely agree. But I think this Ilya thing kind of shows us they're kind of getting away from that because I feel like in past time, um, Ilya would have fought Islam already. And I think this kind of like waiting game kind of shows me that they're not necessarily on that train. Ooh, what's your top five lightweights of all time? Ugh. Well, Frankie Edgar, he's 55. He may have been 45. Fuck. 55. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, he wasn't here, yeah. Oh, you're more of a casual fan back then? Okay, that's understandable then. Top five lightweights, 55. Oh, man. Connor. Oh, I guess that would be Eddie Alvarez, RDA. Not announcing, not saying the people. No, not those are my favorite. 55. I think that would be not GSP's 170. I'm drawing a blank on lightweights. Sorry. Do you know the Chinese MMA fighter named? Absolutely not saying that. Connor's not top five with one win. Oh no no no! I was just naming guys in my head out loud. Connor's not number one. I like Eddie at 55 for sure, but top five, I don't know. But again, everywhere he went to, he became a champion. So I don't think you can say take too much away from him. I'm just trying to think of 55ers. All those absolutely up there, but I feel like he wasn't 55 for some reason. I don't know. I can't think about it right now. And there has to be in just for what he did for the sport. He's in somewhere for sure. No, that makes sense. I'm gonna say Khabib, Islam, Edgar, BJ Penn, Oliveira. Okay, on that list there, I would say Edgar, or I would say BJ Penn, Edgar, Oliveira. Oh God, no, 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 no. Islam, BJ Penn, Edgar, Oliveira, Khabib, and I have Khabib in fifth place because he didn't fight a grappler, and to me, that takes a lot of it out because you fought a lot of strikers that didn't want to grapple with you. So great champion, but it has to be on the list at five. Counter skill for skill wouldn't beat anyone top 10 right now, then Chandler maybe. Correct. I also think he could do good work against Gaethje. Maybe not at this point in Connor's career, but I think prime Connor would have smoked Gaethje, although it was not a lightweight. Featherweight and bantamweight. If you don't know about Oliveira's run back in the day, his ups and downs, and then you see him go on this crazy run and become champion. For me, as a guy that watched his whole rise, fall, and then rise, it's just magical to me. So that one for sure. Islam is the GOAT. Okay. BJ Penn, people forgot how good. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Not even the best fighter from Russia Federation. Okay. Nick Diaz was a welterweight, to be fair, but was also great in his prime. People forget how good Nick was. People freaking forget how good Nick Diaz was. Nick Diaz was awesome. He was so good. So good. Holy shit. Cheers from Canada. Cheers. Hope you're doing well. Tristan, what are you saying? I'm so confused. What's next for DDP? Chimaev. Chimaev. Otherwise, what do? Cannoneer DDP? I don't think so. Kai DDP? I don't know. Nick surprised everyone when he knocked out Lawler. Oh, Lawler's one of your favorite fighters? Hell yeah. I'm back here to support Joey. Appreciate you. I don't blame you, buddy. I don't blame you. Joey's a good dude. Joey is a good dude. Yeah, Lawler. There's not many times where it gets emotional sometimes or you start to feel it, but with Lawler seeing how emotional he got and see how stoic he is, ooh, that'll touch you, man. That'll touch you. You think Ilya deserves a title shot or has to go through Charles or Armin? I think he should go through Charles or Armin. I don't think he deserves to fight Islam already. I don't think so. Do not think so. Yeah, you and him I've been supporting for a while. Well, I appreciate you, Chase. Thank you for being here, buddy. McGregor was good as long as he was in the ring with his size or smaller, but was. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I was misty eyed when he got the Hall of Fame announcement. Absolutely. It's so deserved. It was so cool to see him get that recognition. Absolutely. Again, for the new guys that don't know this, my favorite fighter of all time is Cowboy. I literally grew up watching his career. I've seen him in WEC. I watched him make his debut against Paul Kelly. I've seen so much with him, and ooh, when he got that Hall of Fame announcement, ooh, that one got me. That one got me. Who do you got in Prime McGregor or Ilya? Well, Prime McGregor, there wasn't a ton of people beating him. He's just a genuine and humble dude. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Armin versus Taporia. Who are you betting? Taporia. But it's a great matchup. Not my birthday though. I kind of like Jason Mayhem Miller. Yeah, he was good. People forget how good he was back in the day. I wasn't a big MMA fan at the time. I used to watch the crap out of Bully Beatdown. Absolutely, absolutely. They banned him for four. Okay. I worked with a Filipino guy. And oh, Manny Pacquiao. Hell yeah, he was such a great boxer. I wish boxing would legally clean itself up and become such a great sport once again. Yeah, well, Dana is starting a boxing organization or boxing promotion, whatever it is, and it's gonna be like the UFC, and I'm here for it. I will be covering it. I will be watching it, and I will be going live with it. I will be talking about it. So that's some more content for you guys. Oh, Robert, you goddamn right. I remember that. I absolutely love that fight. Every time I watch that fight, before I watch it, I always watch that press conference so I can get all hyped up and then I watch the fight. It is glorious. It's hard to imagine Ilya having the same pressure and confidence he does now without McGregor paving the way first. Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. Totally different attitude if it wasn't for Connor. Indiana. Ilya would be a different fighter if McGregor didn't happen first. Correct. Tristan, what are you saying? You think John's gonna fight Aspinall? Yes, I think it'll be announced here in a couple weeks. Here in a couple weeks. All right, we got about 5 minutes left of the stream. If you guys want to become members or gift members, the more memberships that I can get, the more live streams for members I can do, the more behind the scenes stuff for members. So much content I can do for members, but you have to have a certain amount of memberships to be able to do those things strictly for members. You get early voting, early video access, live access just for the members, all kinds of good stuff. Nick would have surpassed Nate and like Nate, but Nick was one of one. Yeah. Can you remember when he had butting BJ's hands? Oh, yep. When he was punching him. Yep. Yep. I remember that. It was crazy, and he beat the shit out of BJ Penn. Then he hugged him and kissed his forehead. I was like, God damn it, Nate or Nick. I mean, Jesus. It's so crazy because like he was always good, and then he went to Strike Force, had a hard time, and then for some reason for somehow it turned around for him. And he do you watch UFC in real life with people? Nope, I watch it by myself. I don't like it. Watch it with people. Just because I don't like talking around people and stuff. But um, when he fought Paul Daly, he went on that magical run in Strike Force, and then he came back to the UFC. Just man, so awesome. What's next for Max Holloway? I think Poirier retirement fight. You're a cool dude. I don't have many friends in MMA. I'll definitely sub. I really appreciate you, Robert. Any new fighters showing the talent of Khabib? Um, I would say Islam. One of my favorite fights. Yeah, yeah, yep. And then the way he would dig to the body and then go to the head. I always loved that. Every time I see it, it doesn't happen often, but every time I see it with these like newer fighters going to the body and then the head, oh, it gets me all giddy because I always think of Nick. Always think of him. Love it. Oh yeah, and then there's one where there's a video of Nate talking to like an interviewer guy, or whatever, and he said, "Were you like bullied or anything like that? Anybody pick on you in school?" And he goes, "No." And he goes, "Why?" And then it flashes to Nick being his brother. It's like, oh man, love it. If Max beats Dustin, does he deserve a title shot? No. What does that mean? What do you mean? What do you mean, Chase? If Islam and Umar lose in the same year, Khabib will be devastated. Absolutely. Why he has BMF. Sure, but I don't think he would surpass Ilya, Armin, Patty. Yeah, I don't think he would surpass any of those guys. And I think he beat Anderson. He even laid down on the mat, embarrassed Silva. Nick should have been champ. That fight was weird, but yeah, Nick laying down in the octagon was crazy. That was crazy. Loved it. And then he laid against the cage and told him, waved him in. So cool. So cool. I don't know what you're meaning, Chase. Yeah, and I thought Max beat Poirier in the second fight. I think that's a little bit of a hot take, but yeah, I thought he won that one. Oh, sorry, Chase. Some of the best fights was in the other eras, and to yeah, absolutely, Kyle. Oh yeah, correct, Chase. I got you, buddy. Sorry about that. Yeah, Jones has been around a long time, a long time. Max dusts Armin. I think we'll be able to see if Max's chin is good his next fight. Yeah, I just hope he doesn't rush it. Just take your time, you know. Take your time, all that stuff. The toughest fight for him is gonna be like Islam. Patty could be a tough one just because of the grappling, but Max has great takedown defense. So I don't think Max dusts Armin. I think that's one of the easier matchups in that division, but I don't think he dusts him. When is Max and Dustin fight? Who I think someone said here in a little while, Dustin will announce the matchup. Feel like he gets through Patty too, not Islam. Interesting. Patty as well. Okay. You think you beat Charles? Me? Do I beat Charles? No. No. I don't beat Charles. But that's it for me, guys. About a little over an hour stream. I will be live again tomorrow. Do you think he would beat Charles? I'm curious on that one. I don't know. Yeah, but they got to fight again. That fight was weird if you didn't watch that. They should just give Jones the FU money and get that fight out of the way. He deserves it for what Dana did for Connor. Oh, he definitely deserves it. But the thing is people have to remember this fight's going to happen. It's just when. It will happen, though. But I appreciate you guys. Have a good night. Thank you so much for the support. You guys are absolutely incredible. I'll see you at the next one. Peace.